Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Game night's fun until someone spends 5 minutes lining up one shot. Chalk, breathe, re-chalk, still aiming. While they figure it out, I fire up Chumba Casino. I can spin anywhere, anytime, and there's always a new social casino game every week. Spins happen way faster than that shot. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Be the Father You Always Wanted. I'm Mark Clark. Past weekend, we had a great conversation with the family. And we were talking about church. And so my father-in-law is a retired Unity minister. And my kids basically were raised in his church, non-denominational, a very universal message, kind of laid back. God is love. Love is the answer to all questions, that kind of philosophy. And so when my dad retired, my wife wanted the kids to have a more structured experience. And she loved her Episcopal church that she attended with her grandparents when she spent the summers with them in Charleston, South Carolina. And so she selected a church that was a black Episcopal church in Washington, D.C. In fact, the oldest one in Washington, D.C. And, she wanted the kids to experience, a little structure, a little history, and also share that kind of experience she had when she was a kid that she really values and enjoys. And so in the car, we had a great conversation about, the church experience. And, the kids who are now 12, 15, and 16, they kind of expressed, I think my wife wanted them to be more excited about church, though the kids are pretty active. And in fact, I would say very active. And it was great because everybody was totally candid. There were emotions. My wife expressed her point, and then the kids expressed their points, which I was so impressed because you raise these kids and you want them to be able to self-advocate and express their thoughts. And at the end of the day, after emotions and after maybe misunderstandings, everything was resolved and everybody got their point out and it was cool. And as it wrapped up, I got emotional as I was just giving props to my wife and the girls for doing that. And my daughter said, "Dad, are you getting emotional?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm getting emotional because realize some families spend a lifetime and never solve these issues. They bury the feelings. They don't communicate the feelings. They hold resentments. They hold this stuff in, and it festers, and someone passes, and it's never expressed. Then there's regret, and so the cycle starts. What we just did in this car ride was something that some families never did, and I was just so proud, and I was emotional. And I just wanted to share that because this is, when you do this as a family, family, friends, even people you work with, when you keep it real and you live your truth and you express it and not in a way that makes other people feel bad or not in a way that, points the finger, but just expresses your true feelings, this is how you not only relieve built up stress and energy, you also resolve issues. And if something were to happen where you lose that person or you lose contact or whatever happens, you don't have these lingering resentments. You don't have these feelings that you never got a chance to say what you wanted to say to that person. And I think because we have dealt with, Allison lost her mom last year, and we don't have those feelings, it just made me realize that's very important for families. So that's my message for today for families and friends. Let it out, articulate it. If it's hard for you, push yourself to do that because it makes everything better when you know where you stand with your friends and your family, especially as parents and for your kids. All right. That's Be the Father You Always Wanted. And I'll see you next time. Please share this and like this on whatever platform you're listening on. And I'll talk to you soon.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.